Hello YouTube, this is a Satsu 5. Just to kind of get a glimpse of where I'm at. I'm at Corpus Christi, by the way, which is Latin for Christ's body. Interesting little fact. Carrying my Vortex with the Glock 20 10mm XL Espada in OS 10 G10 model. And just kind of a little honest update. I went a couple days without carrying the Glock, and some significant time without any knife because the convention center that I'm at is a gun and knife free zone, which is not cool, but it's business related. But wait until I get past these people right here. Love the scenery, but anytime I'm not in that zone, I try to keep this on me, you know, going to restaurants, shopping, whatever. And gotta admit, there was one time that I went someplace and I had a Bastinelli Dragotech on me, but no one can see that. And no one can see this either, but I always try to respect the law if it's not too ridiculous. You know, as long as those armed guards around or whatever, you know, I tend to be a little bit lenient on that. I mean, I go to 51% locations all the time, and you know, it's a rough environment, but sometimes martial arts just has to be part of your wheelhouse. I'm not saying I'm a good one, but that's something I do study. And so yeah, shrimp boats. I used to shrimp, not professionally, but me, my dad, and my brother used to shrimp. And it's funny, I don't even eat shrimp, but I enjoyed shrimping. And so yeah, I've been carrying this with me whenever I feel that I can legally carry it without infringing on any laws, even though you could say my rights are being infringed upon. But anyways, part of the reason is my insurance I have, my self-defense insurance, will only protect me if I use my tools legally. So you know, if I can make myself defend my, or if I can successfully defend myself legally, I'm protected by both insurance and law and stuff. And so I don't know. I never drink when I carry. I always try to follow the law as closely as possible when I can. So anyways, is this the Serena, what you call it, memorial? I don't know. Let's take a look at that. I didn't even know who Serena was. My coworkers were talking, we gotta go see the Serena memorial. I was like, who's Serena? Sweet Selena Gomez? That's the only Selena I know of. This is the Selena memorial. Apparently she's pretty popular down here. Guess I'll get my picture with her. Think I took pictures. But yeah, that's about it. I had an awesome red snapper, or I don't think it's red snapper, I think it was just snapper. Put that picture in, and people writing their names on the bricks. Apparently this is a pretty important site. Also, something else that I want to add to my update, I brought fishing, I brought a Cuban yo-yo, but I forgot my tackle box. So couldn't take advantage of this free time if I wanted to. I got the line, I got the reel, but no tackle box. It's a shame. Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu 5. Just to kind of recap on some of the places I've eaten. There was the seafood restaurant was Landry's Seafood, I think is what it's called, Landry's Landing or Landry's Seafood. And yesterday we ate at a Mexican food restaurant, and we thought to ourselves, well, we're in Corpus Christi, we're pretty far south, and there ought to be good seafood, or not seafood, but they did have good seafood. They ought to be good Mexican food here. And so we went to La Playa Cantina restaurant, and I was successful in ordering my food in Spanish. I ordered the fajitas. I was like, yo quiero fajitas de pollo con harina tortillas, which I think I got the syntax wrong on that. But the whole night, I was like, sí, no, de nada, gracias, you know. I was pleased with myself in my Spanish. It wasn't amazing, and it wasn't very complex, but I don't use my Spanish that often. But when I got the food was terrible. The chicken seemed like it was boiled. It didn't really have any flavor to it. There was no seasoning on it. There was no marinade. I've had both Tex-Mex fajitas and traditional fajitas, and this had none of that. No real flavor. The amount of onions that they put at the bottom of the skillet was minimal, so you didn't get a whole lot of flavor from the onions. And there was no tomato, no bell peppers in the bed on the skillet. And it did have a little bit of pico, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of guacamole, which helped. But by the end of my meal, I was dipping the food in the salsa, because the salsa was the best thing they had there, and it was the only way I could get my meal down towards the end. And I was hungry, and so I ate it. We ate at, I forget what the restaurant's called. It's right by Landry's Landing. It's like Yacht something, or I think it's Yacht Club or whatever. It's on the same marina, and it's a little bit lower class than Landry's. And I might edit the name of it in here if I can find it. But they had all-you-can-eat fish and chips. And we're like, well, what kind of fish is in the fish and chips? Because I don't like cod, I don't like tilapia, I like seafood fish, or fish from the sea. And they're like, it's flounder. I was like, awesome, all-you-can-eat flounder? Heck yeah. And I ordered the flounder fish and chips, and instead of regular french fries, I got sweet potato fries. And they were nasty. They were over-fried, overcooked, and it's probably old battle or something. They had a weird wang taste to it that I could not handle. But the flounder was amazing. I ate it, I loved it, and it was gluttony. It was pure gluttony on the all-you-can-eat flounder. And so the waiter at this seafood restaurant was hilarious. I'm not going to get into what he said because I don't know how well received it would be on the internet. You know, a lot of millennials are very sensitive, and he said some things that were just hilarious. I laughed to the point of embarrassment, you know, like a good 2 or 3 minutes of laughing nonstop, and very politically incorrect humor. And it was funny. He was hilarious. And I think he only intended to tell one joke, but there was 2 of them in there. And it continued to entertain us through the rest of the trip. And yeah, that's about it. Ate at a couple other places. Yeah. I think tomorrow is my last day. I don't know what time we're leaving, but I think tomorrow I'm going home tomorrow, and I'm excited to watch the fights at Buffalo Wild Wings, hang out with my brother from a Latina mother, and get me some good wings. And I'm going to post a review on my Vortex Commuter 2.0 hopefully soon. And hopefully soon as well, I'll be able to do my Battle Blades video. The thing with the Battle Blades video, I need a cameraman to help film. And that's been my big issue, is my brother is on a completely different schedule than me. And my brother from a Latino mother, Daniel, said he's willing to help but, you know, I have to make sure that it agrees with his schedule as well. So hopefully I can get those videos up, and you will be able to enjoy those soon. So that's it. I'm Satsu5, and I'm out.